Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and for this episode of Behind the M.A.S.K, I want to tackle something that has bothered me since I started recollecting. I've gone through, I'm going to say 6 of these, and every time I buy one, the seller says, yeah, no, it's perfect, and I get it, and it does this. I have 2 left. I have one that looks nice, but it's taped shut, and then I have this one. If you're not sure what I am referring to with this, it doesn't stay shut. So I wanted to see if we could take it apart, see what makes it tick, and see if we can get whatever's broken inside of it reattached. It looks pretty straightforward. I've never taken one of these apart before. So we're gonna do it together. I might edit the video so for time-lapse purposes, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep this thing simple as possible and see if I can get it to work. Now, the drive mechanism, I think, is based off of this back part here. So I need to figure out a way to get that to talk to the 2 side flaps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt the camera down, and then we're going to work on it. So just 1 second. There we go. Good amount of light. So there's screws kind of strewed about here, and luckily for me, I work in IT, so I have a tiny screwdriver, but it also has its motor. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go for it and take stuff apart. Why not? Let's get this up out of the way. So the screws here, there's 2 here, 2 here, 2 on the turret, and then 2 in the very back behind the turret. So it looks like I might have to take the turret off first. Let's do that actually. Hopefully this comes right off. Of course not. You know what's weird? It looks like somebody already tried to do this. Some of these screws are warped. One drawback about this screwdriver, it's not magnetic. I do have one here. Get it ready, just so I can grab those screws a little easier without picking the thing up and flipping it around and everything. Screws apparently lost their magnetism over time. Alright, so we're gonna it's gonna be a little harder than I thought. It's kind of clamped in there. But now, with that up, I can get to the screws in the very back here, so let's try that. Okay. Get these ones in the middle. It's tight. I just hope that my knowledge of putting computers back together comes into play here. I hate to go through all this just to have it not work. all of them came out. We're going to have one warped one, right? Well, that needed to come off anyway. And so does this. So there's one in there that's a little warped, so I'm going to change the screw head real quick. See if I can't get it out of there. Definitely not that one. It's hard to tell. I can't really see in there. So I apologize for trying multiple ones. This one here is just kind of spinning on top of it. So it's that one. Let's try this one. It's definitely still on there. I'm gonna get it, don't worry. Don't worry. Maybe I won't get it. Ah, jeez. Just like with computers, though, you have to have patience with this stuff. It's hard to see. It's hard to tell exactly what you're looking at. And I mean, you just really never know what it's going to take. It sounds like that one's trying. There we go. It's funny that was the last bit I had too. Okay. Alright, so let's pop this off. Alright. So I'm going to keep all that intact the best I can. But I'm going to show you underneath, hopefully without dropping any of the screws. You can see the turn mechanism here that works for the turret. And it's pretty much it. Everything else is just kind of a screw point. But I want to get into this part here. So this is like the main area of what holds everything in place. And you can see that it's not intact. So what I want to try to do, it's going to be tough because I don't know exactly which way it's supposed to go. So like this. Bear with me here, because it was already off when I took this piece off, so I'm not 100% sure on how it actually connected. Let's see. And this piece here, I believe. It goes on like this. So we got this piece here that's kind of so that's that up. Because then if you push that in, it's supposed to then shoot the sides out. It has to go like that. But then where does this lay down at? because that's now in the way. So that doesn't make sense. Unless it lines in there? No. I'm pretty sure it's the right way, because I mean the spring part's over here. Oh god, that fell off. I assume just kind of goes on like this. I don't recommend doing this to the one that you actually want to have in your collection, because this is not fun. Okay. So I guess let's stop for a minute and look at the mechanism. So if you're rolling the tires, it turns the turret. You know that. I just got to figure out where this piece goes. I think it goes like this. Somehow. So that definitely lines up there. So this part like here definitely lines up right there. And that's supposed to pop up the turret. So what if I maybe it's a fulcrum. There's definitely a good amount of tension there with that. Let me see if I can put this down on here. I think that might be it. So no, that doesn't really line up. Okay, so alright, so if you're looking here, you see these two pieces here. It's hard to see it in the picture and bring it up a little bit. So these clasps here somehow need to be tightened or kind of actually latched to this thing. So I need to, I think, bring these up somehow. Jeez, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Alright. So, yeah, I broke that. Broke that pretty good. I'm trying to see how the mechanism lines back in here. So there's a flap here, and you have this part that needs to turn. But I'm not sure if that goes down underneath like this. That might be it here. So, alright, so the tension needs to come back onto this. And we're really elaborate with this thing. Okay. I think that's right. Maybe the tension needs to go under the bottom. Actually, let me do it that way. It looks weird. So let's bring it up underneath and then clasp it around. Okay. Now to get these things back in. So if I am looking at this here, I'm seeing that it definitely needs to line in there. I think I need to pick this piece up actually first and put these back in. See, I almost feel like this has to be on there on the overlap to work the mechanism. That's why it doesn't stay down. But I also don't really understand how these go back in. I think it's like this. Okay. So those communicate in this fashion. So what I need now is, I need this, I think this needs to be in there like this. I think. And I think that's what holds it in place. So it's going to be a little hard, but I'm going to try it. So basically what I did, so I have the mechanism here, and there's like a little clasp on the side of it that I think holds it in place, but the other one's missing it, so I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. Let's see. This one over here doesn't have that. It just kind of doesn't have a lock in place for it. But maybe the bottom one is the one that locks it, and this just helps propel it. Okay. Screwing it all up. Trying to get the hook back in here. It's not cooperating very well. I'm going to work from the front to the back because I think that is a better way to go right now. Let's see, where's the hook? Okay, so it's back in place. So now what I think I have to do is, well, let's get this piece back on. And this piece back on. This is a lot harder than it looks, by the way. I am trying here. Maybe let's do that. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So, do I put these back on? Try to squeeze that in there. I mean, if you think about it, it had to come out somehow, right? Like this piece had to backfire and come out. So it's just weird that it did the way it did. I mean, I don't really fully understand why, but I don't know. I think this one might just lay. So what I need to get is for this, I need this piece here to fire off the side so it flips open the sides there, but I don't think I have it in right. Maybe I do, and it's just not in the right spot. Let me try it again. Because it looks like I need to put pressure on this piece. Like right there, you're seeing it move. It looks like I need to put pressure on it, so then it flips, opens that up. But maybe I just have it in backwards or something like that. Maybe maybe it works off of not a maybe this needs to turn into it instead of around it. Let me I think that might be it, actually. Yeah. Alright, so let's get this piece back on. It's really hard to maneuver this hook. It's got a lot of tension on it. You might knock some stuff out of place. You can get it back in pretty easily. The only problem is that you need to get it to line back up, so you might have to wiggle it around a little bit. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I gotta take it out again. Alright, let's try this again. So I think that's its natural starting point here. So let's get this back in and this back in. Let's get them to line up with the little divots in here. I think that looks okay. Okay. The hard part about this is this part here. Trying to get this piece back in without triggering the clasp. Don't mind the dog. I'm gonna have to trigger it and get it in there. Ah, damn it. Okay. So get that in first. And then you have no room to work and your hands will get crushed. I have to turn it this way so I can see it, so bear with me for a minute. Bastard. I need something to hold this up so it doesn't fall on me. Okay. Ah, damn it. Almost had it. Almost had it. So whenever I get this on, it just keeps popping off. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe it doesn't need to be that low. Maybe that's the problem. Nope. That's part of the problem. You almost need a whole other set of hands to do this. Like if you have a buddy that you hate and you want to invite him over, just to invite him over to say you did. Like, hey, I got something really cool we can do. I'm not having much success with this. But I definitely know that this has to trigger to open up. This piece here is the part that will keep it down when you push it in place. I might have to give up on this, guys. I'm sure that with this knowledge that somebody else might be able to take one apart and put it back together, but my hands are just not working with this. I do understand the mechanics of it now, and it's actually a lot more diabolical than I thought it was. So If you want to attempt it and you can get it, shoot me a video. Prove that you're better than me. But a lot of people try to fix them. I mean, you can keep buying them like I have, but I keep getting broken ones. And that's why I wanted to at least attempt it. But now I know that I can't do it. But hopefully you can. I hope you learned something. I learned defeat. This is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'm very sad.